of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize, sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know, nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize, be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize, sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Rio and California.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day. Let's get started this morning. And it says here in James chapter 3 from verse 9. It said, with the tongue we praise our Lord and Father, and with it we curse men. The topic here is taming the tongue, right? But it is showing you how we use the same things that we use to honor God, to dishonor God. And we must be very careful with these things because the Bible warns us against doing such things. As it pertains to cursing, using your tongue, your mouth, that you sing praises to the Lord with, that you do things, you say things about God, that you glorify God with. How can you then take that same tongue and go to curse men? And this is speaking to all of us, because we're all guilty of this in one way or the other. But it is warning us that what we use to honor God should only be used to honor God and not used to do wrong things. I said last night, one of the things was to see Christians taking their children out to participate in Halloween and then try to justify it by saying, nothing wrong with this. Of course, something is wrong with that. Out of you, that is a good fruit, should not come bad food or activities. It should not be easy to come out of you, because you should know better. It goes on and says, who have been made in God's likeness. Verse 10, out of the same mouth come praise and cursing. Out of the same mouth. In other words, the analogy given here is you should separate the things of God. Those things should be sanctified and held in abeyance for when the time comes to use them for God. And our bodies is one such thing that we should do. This is difficult, it's easier said than done. But there's something that are so obvious and so easy that at least we should chalk them up as good things to do to honor and praise God. We cannot be syncretic in our approach to serving God. What do I mean by that? Or oxymoronic. That those things can't mix. They're not the same. They can't mix. Like oil and water, they're an emulsion. No matter how much you try to stir them together, they will always separate. Such is the things of God and the things of the world. Out of the same mouth come praise and cursing, my brother. This should not be. And I said, this is the word of God. All we have responsibility to do is to draw people close to the truth, and then you do what you want with it. But we can't force anybody. God is not a God who will force you. But we as watchmen, as pastors, we have a responsibility to enlighten the people. We have to stand firm on the side of the Lord and honor God. There are some people who attend church, go to church. But you see, when you open the book called the Bible, it is for you to know it is the inerrant word of God. And it is given to his disciples who want to honor him. And so we are reading about how we could honor God or how we could dishonor God. That's important. I know some people have remorse and say, I never see it like that. But this is what the Bible says. It said these things should not happen. It said this should not be. It's what it says here. Can both fresh water and salt water flow from the same spring? Fresh water and salt water. When those people who live in the Keys knows. No. Do you know that there are distinct marks where the oceans meet? It can be seen clearly where one ocean starts and another one stops. Because there's different salinity, there are different temperatures, there are different parameters that control one from the other. And when they come together, there's a distinct line. They don't mix. They don't mix. They don't mix at all. And so in our Christian walk, we should have a distinct line where things don't mix. What is for God is for God. What is for Satan is for Satan. I don't think you should ever be having things for Satan in your life. And that's for us to know. Let us not breach the barriers of the things of God. The Bible is using that example to tell us. Out of good, the wrong cannot flow out. Bad cannot come out. It just won't happen. And with the trees as well, the fruit trees. You would not go and pull a pear from a lime tree. That's not what it's supposed to do. I'm not saying that those fruits are bad. I'm just saying that they do not mix. There's no confusion as they pertain to what they should do. We as Christians and people who attend church, for whatever reason, and I'm preaching to the choir, but this is the message we should send out.
Wisdom is better than strength. Can I have your heart for the next half hour? Yes?
All foodies and travel champions, get ready to fire it up. The Belize Grill Masters 2024 is calling you. This is your chance to shine in the ultimate cook-off show that will have audiences at the edge of their seats. Join us as 15 distinguished contestants battle it out in a sizzling grilling competition. This is not just a show though. It's an electrifying journey where contestants will face up thrilling cooking challenges, test their skills, and push their limits, all while trying to avoid being voted out. What's at stake? A jaw-dropping $2,000, a stunning trophy, and of course, ultimate bragging rights as the top grill master in Belize. So what are you waiting for? Whether you're a backyard barbecue hero or a kitchen novice, this is your moment. Put your skills where your mouth is and join the fun. Signing up is free and super easy. Call PlusTV at 822-2536 or WhatsApp 676-4569 for more details and to secure your spot. Don't miss out on this chance to be a part of Belize's most exciting cooking showdown. This is where legends are made and deliciousness reigns supreme. Sponsors are Racina's Imports, Beef Masters, PlusTV, Shamax Productions. With 30 years of experience, Builders Hardware has been your trusted one-stop shop for building supplies and construction materials. We're not just about products, we're about exceptional service and excellent prices. Plus, with unbeatable prices on renowned brands and the largest selection of construction supplies available, why go anywhere else? Got a project on your hands? Let us lighten the load. Whether you're tackling the biggest commercial project or the tiniest home renovations, our dedication and commitment ensures that you get the best. Roofing materials? Check. Cement and steel? Check. Sand and gravel? Double check. And if you don't see something you need, just ask, because at Builders Hardware, we've got you covered from construction start to finish. Call us or visit us on Constitution Drive in Bloemfontein and experience the difference. Oh, and did we mention, we offer convenient delivery services anywhere in Belize, so you can focus on your project while we handle the logistics. Builders Hardware, 30 years of serving you. We think our customers are awesome.
Blessed Gardens is servicing home gardens across the country from the nation's capital and helping Belizeans reconnect with nature. We have everything you need for your home garden, so get growing. We have various types of soils: fortified soil, composted soil, potting soil, and pure compost for your garden. We have quality seeds and over 65 varieties of food seedlings for your garden. We even have organic insecticides available, EM soil treatment, and Polyshade for your excessive sun or rain. Blessed Gardens has all your garden solution in one location. Call 610-5679. Visit us at the Bummapan Market Plaza or enjoy our free deliveries across the country. Blessed Gardens. Get growing, Belize.
Attention Belmopan residents. This is an important reminder regarding the proper disposal of debris in our community. As per Statutory Instrument Number 122 of 2005, Section 10, Subsection B, residents are strictly prohibited from placing debris on the buffers. Violating this regulation is considered a ticketable littering offense. Residents are encouraged to use private contractors or contact the Belmopan City Council to make arrangements for debris disposal. If you need assistance with debris disposal, please contact the Sanitation Department at 822-2271, extension 2019. This message is brought to you by the Belmopan City Council. Let's work together to keep our beautiful city clean and safe. Thank you for your cooperation.
Hi, I'm Halima Hoy, and I'm here to talk to you about something that is very close to my heart, the importance of education. Education has been a journey for me, filled with challenges and triumphs. It has shaped who I am today. A stable internet connection has been essential in helping me accomplish my task and succeed in my education journey. That's why I'm so grateful to NextGen for their commitment to investing in educational efforts, building the next generation of learners. This summer, NextGen is donating 1,000 school bags and providing one-year internet scholarships to selected students in various communities. Because every child deserves the tools they need to succeed. Thank you, NextGen, for making a difference in the lives of our future leaders.
City residents, civic pride is all our responsibility. It's about taking ownership of our city and embracing its beauty. But amidst this beauty lies a growing concern: the continuous destruction of city property. And a part of civic pride is taking care of public property. Therefore, the Belize City Council takes this time to remind city residents that these acts are not just vandalism, They are crimes against rights to property and criminal damage to property. Under Chapter 101 of the Criminal Code, within the substantive laws of Belize, a person who, without lawful excuse, destroys or damages any property belonging to another, intending to destroy or damage such property, or being reckless, shall be guilty of a crime. Upon conviction, a person can face up to 1 year imprisonment. We must all do our part to safeguard what belongs to all of us, what belongs to our city. Together, we can make a difference. This is our city. Let's respect it. Your Belize City Council, always about the people. Welcome to the William David Fonseca Parking Facility, a modern, smart, and safe parking solution in downtown Belize City. Getting started is easy. Whether you have a prepaid parking card or prefer using coins, we've got you covered. To purchase a prepaid parking card, stop by the parking facility booth, City Hall, the Traffic Department, the e-Transit office, or the Municipal Court. Once you have your card, simply tap at the entrance and the barrier will lift. You're in. Park with confidence and enjoy your day. When you're ready to leave, tap your card at the exit and the system automatically calculates and charges your stay. It's that easy. Just tap and go. No prepaid card? No problem. Press the button at the entrance for a QR code ticket. When you return, head to the automated payment terminal, scan your ticket, choose coin as your payment option, and insert the displayed amount. After payment, you'll receive a receipt and
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place we ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize.
Us on this beautiful morning, whatever part of the country you are watching us from, good morning to you. It is Thursday morning, and Scott Sturm, my Thursday morning co-host, will be joining me in the next segment. So we will be continuing our conversation where we left off on Monday and Tuesday. But first, we've got guests that are in the house that you don't want to go anywhere. You want to pay attention to the great offers that they have in this first segment. So before I introduce them, let me give you the weather conditions for this morning. Today is November the 28th, and as of 6 a.m. this morning, the general situation calls for fair and mostly dry conditions to prevail. For the next 24 hours, you can expect mostly sunny skies today and partly cloudy skies to clear skies tonight. Showers, if any, will be isolated. Marine conditions, winds are blowing from the east at 5 to 15 knots with sea state choppy and waves 3 to 5 feet. Temperatures, inland 88 degrees, so for November heading into December, that's okay, that's good temperature. 88 with 68 as the low. On the coast, 86 is the high with 76 as the low, and in the hills, 74 degrees in highs with 63 as the lows. The outlook for Friday and Friday night is for similar weather conditions to prevail. So we are already enjoying kind of December weather, which you notice I don't got on long sleeve already. So I don't tell the cockroaches no need for vacate till next year so that the warmer, slightly warmer clothes come in. I know they overdo it because the sun's still out and it's a very beautiful day across the nation of Belize. Well, you know, earlier we enjoyed last week we enjoyed Garifuna Settlement Day, and sales were taking place left, right, and center. I don't know if the Black Friday they come in, and so it's a big spending weekend. And so if it's a big spending weekend, I've been putting a little bit of money aside myself, I have to say, because I want to see what the best offers exist. And so now instead of go shopping has come to us. They have not been here in a little while, but we are certainly glad that they are here. Always great deals available at Tropigas. So let me take this opportunity to welcome the Tropigas team from Belmopan. You know, PlusTV, we broadcast countrywide. However, we broadcast from the capital city of Belmopan, and there are Tropigases across the country of Belize. And so the deals that you hear about this morning are going to be readily available. You know, I meet this nice and the same nice and friendly staff, but I'm sure they exist too in other parts of the country. So let me take this opportunity to welcome Douglas Perez. He's the manager of Tropigas. I have to tell that the last time you're here, I don't think you're my manager yet. Or either that or I get old, which in we know how to get old. But congratulations, and I know Tropigas is doing an awesome job and is in very good and capable hands. Douglas, we're glad also to have Aurelio Guerra with us. Aurelio, looking good, man. It's been a little while, yes, so yes. We're certainly glad to have you back with us. You have always represented your company well and given our viewers all of the deals and information that they need. And so I have to introduce you for the first time, right? We have Davin Duncan with us, who's been with the company for a couple of years, but his first time on Rise and Shine. So good morning, and we welcome the three of you to Tropigas. Big weekend of spending. Yes, How big are the percentages, and what can we expect this year?
So you know that there's this Black Friday deal, but for us it's gonna be Orange Friday. yes. So we're having 2
Go
day
orange
sales.
for this Black Friday.
So we're having 2-day sales. It's gonna be Friday and Saturday, the 29th and the 30th of November, right? 2-day sales.
2 days.
We're having a massive discount, guys. We're having 20% off on cash, and we're having 40% on credit plans. So that's the best deal we have ever gotten for the past very long time. Right. And I think that's one of our promos that have been highlighted, countrywide for all our locations, you know, and then it's something big that we're gonna be promoting. So I want to encourage all our customers and new customers to come in and purchase with us, you know. Imagine this 40%, you know, on your credit plan, and then if you don't have any cash with you, you don't have to pay nothing down.
All right.
And you start to pay within 3 months, So you start to pay until 3 months.
Yeah.
So you're talking about February or March to start to pay on your product. So you have to take advantage of this.
Yes,
promotion.
absolutely. I got to say that that's a big father there.
Yes, yes,
that's a
yes,
big father
yes,
there, even
yes.
on your account, on the
Correct.
account, what you get. And I know that a lot of people shop at Tropigas. This is where they get their deals. People in rural communities as well as urban. So that's almost half off. That is close to half off.
Correct.
And so it's gonna be orange this weekend.
Right. Yes, guys. So yes, it's a pleasure to be here this morning. As Mr. Wade said, it's my first time, so I do want to acknowledge and thank you guys for having us and hosting us here this morning on behalf of Tropigas. Again, my name is Davin, and I do want to emphasize more of what Mr. Guerra have said. You know, if you guys wonder about the requirements for our first-time customers, all you need to do is to provide a valid social security card or passport, along with a job letter, and also a recent utility bill under your name, right? As well, we do our direct contacts via WhatsApp. You can contact us on 610-7415 for further information to get into the system and know more about our awesome deals, right?
610.
7415, right?
Right.
That's for our Belmopan branch here, located on Constitution Drive, right opposite the Builders Hardware, right? So you cannot miss us, definitely. Right.
So if a person is interested and they're not like part-time, full-time, self-employed, and they're not sure exactly what they're to bring in, this number, they don't have to come all the way in. They can just send a text message
Right.
or voice message to you guys
Yes.
and work that out so that when they arrive, they could already have their documents
Correct.
in line.
Prepared and everything.
This WhatsApp number goes directly to our location in Belmopan.
Okay.
You could contact us through WhatsApp. You could even call, or you could message as well. You know, and then we have a very, very quick response to it as well. You know, you could, for you mentioned about self-employed. We do cater for this kind of customers. It's very easy for the process, and then if you have been working to an institution, you have been working 6 months. All you need is your employment letter. If by chance you cannot get an employment letter, we require for 2 recent payslips. So it's not mandatory, the employment letter, but we could use your pay slips, which you get often every time you get paid, right? And your social security as well, and the utility bill. It could be the light, the water, internet, or cable. So it's very easy, you know. And then sometimes customers, like I know the utility bills nowadays, they don't print it and they don't deliver it to your home.
Everything is
Yes,
email
so
and
electronically. So like I mentioned, we have the WhatsApp. You could just forward that to us and we print it from our end. So it's easy and available for you to get your products with us. And 0 deposit right now, Mr. Wayne. So you have to pay nothing down, and you pay until 3 months.
All right. 3 months.
Yes.
All right. We're
Yeah,
looking
got time
February,
for
March,
February,
April,
March,
what?
right,
All right.
You could spend on a turkey and ham, right?
And Valentine's.
And Valentine's.
We have a lot of variety of sofas right now, so you could enjoy your sofas right now, and
Yeah.
then for Christmas, you know, and then you won't be even start to pay yet.
Yeah.
And then you will enjoy
But
the sofas.
Tropigas, you actually carry it through Maga
Yes,
season.
yes,
Yes,
yes. And then we have local sofas, or we have imported sofas. So imagine getting your 40% on credit on these products. It's amazing deals, you know. And if you don't want to credit as well, we're offering 20% on this product. And we have a next deal also, that if you buy a fridge, any fridge of us that we have, you get you could purchase the stove at 50%.
Right.
Wow.
Get it half
So
price,
get off
right?
50% on the stove, and while you purchase the fridge.
It has to be a combo.
Right,
Yes.
right. Wow. Yeah. No, this is excellent. I have to say that it's like Black Friday used to be one thing that America,
Yes.
and then just recently, I think, you know, a couple of years we begin to see it coming in. But you guys are really bossing the whole thing open with these kinds of offers. We have a call. I hope the call is on Tropigas and a question to ask. So 822-2031. Let's hear what this call is. We are make Mr. Duncan answer this call.
Yes,
That's just the truth.
Make you answer, yes.
Carla, good morning. All right, we missed the call. All right, so if we take a call, it's just got to be on topic, right? So these are great deals. So you have the combo deal is the one that we're talking about. You buy the refrigerator and you can get the 50% discount on the stove. And the brands that you carry as it relates to
Whirlpool, Mabe, right?
Across, they carry some very nice brands.
Very good.
This weekend, Tropigas is the place to be. We will have nice promotions starting at $8.99 fridges. You combo with a stove, like what Mr. Guerra said, you get 50% off. And we have up to side-by-sides. We have small fridges in case you want to store your ham. We have fridges where you got capacity to store big hams. And if you don't want to store the ham, we have stoves starting at $4.99 that you can bake them, cook them, bake them. We also have TVs starting at $2.99, 32-inch, going up into 65-inch for $11.99. Just in case you don't bake your turkey, bake your ham, you're there on your couch. And then we have the TVs then too available.
Yes. I think TVs, we're having great offers right now, Mr. Wayne. We have a 32-inch for only $2.99, and this is a smart TV. You know, we have the 43-inch only for $4.99. We have the 55-inch for only $7.99, and then these TVs are smart Google TVs, you know, and they have an Android capacity as well. So they're having great deals on almost all sizes of TVs. We have up to 75 to 85-inch TVs. And so they're really good.
And the 65-inch, it's going only for $11.99, and it's a QLED.
Wow.
QLED. Nice.
Yes. Listen, the quality of television.
Yeah, quality of television.
Today,
the QLED,
and what I'm hearing.
The QLED, it reflects less light, so you can watch more TV, enjoy your programs, and not hurt your eyes.
Yeah, that's right. Because you can watch it now from different angles or whatever it is.
And see the reflection.
Yes,
and not only that too, I do want to touch base, you know, with all the incredible promotion we have mentioned here this morning. For the people who are concerned about maybe if they already have history with us, if you guys are already a long-time customer with Tropigas, this is the time to come and just come. Provide a recent valid ID, you can walk out in 10 to 15 minutes time with your products.
So the process would be much easier for those who
subsequent customers, right? And then
maybe they haven't come in a little while.
Exactly.
40% is
take advantage, right?
Yes,
pull them in like magnet. And then guys, we do protect our purchases too, right? So I do want to emphasize a little about our extended warranty program. So when you purchase with us on hire purchase, it's not only the payment ease you have, right? You also have 4 years warranty on your investment, right? So in the event of any power outage or any unforeseen instances, you are protected with Tropigas, right? And if you are concerned, we do provide parts and repairs for our products too. So we not just sell you our products, we actually take care of our customers with value and care to bring the best service as possible in your home and your family, right?
So do you guys, does the person have to bring the product to the place, or how does the repair?
What we normally do, if a customer, even if the customer even has to be in the store, you could come to the store, you could even call us, and then you just explain to us what situation you're going through. We send our technicians to all your locations. You don't have to bring the product to us. We send a technician to you. The technician evaluates the product and sees what happened, if it could get fixed, and if it can't get fixed, then we have to replace it to a new one. Right? So your product is protected by us.
Yeah, and I like that because the prices that you offer are really great. The brands that you're offering are some of the best brands that are actually on the market, and then you have the service. You have the service to back it up, and this is very important because sometimes you have people where they sell things on the side of the road and a lot of stuff. But the question is, if something happens, like, what are you going to do? Where are you going to get the parts? Where are you going to get it serviced? You cannot just think about these things when the product go down.
And I think also we're the only institution also that we give this service up to 4 years warranty. Who will give you a warranty of 4 years? You know, and then you're paying through your payment plan also, and also we offer this warranty if you purchase cash as well. You know, so this advantage, I think everybody should take it and then purchase your warranty and be protected. You know, it's a good investment.
Yes.
When you purchase your extended warranty.
Yes. Very well.
I agree with Mr. Guerra that I believe we should protect our items because they cost a lot. Yeah.
You pay for
You
it?
pay for it. You have the option to get it on credit, and you also have the option to purchase it cash right away. We offer the 4 years warranty. Yes, guys, this weekend will be Tropigas weekend. We wait for now. Please don't come in. We will wait for now. We have giveaways. We have courtesy Grace. They will give away some food baskets. We have some surprises in the store. Guys, when you come in, 2 days only. The best deal is Shopper's Fridge, 50% off stove, or the nice TVs in. Yes, guys.
40% credit, 20% cash, right? Mattresses are running for only $4.99, $5.99. They are imported mattresses, so take advantage of these promotions. We have a nice bedroom set, very affordable, so take advantage of those promotions. And these items you could take it out at 40% off on credit, and then you could purchase it at 20% cash.
Right.
This is store-wide, right guys? So take advantage of this promo.
Yeah. So those are both great, very, very good numbers, because some people prefer to pay cash. Maybe you may save up and you have the cash rate. Well, that's at 20% off. That is very, very good. So do you have variable lengths of payment, or is it locked in like 2 year, 1 year? How does that one work?
We offer the starting plans that we have. We start from 3 months up to 48 months.
Okay.
Right. So you could choose. We could give you. When you open an account, we give you a choice to pick whether you like it for 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, or even 36 months. It all depends how you can afford your monthly installment. Right. So it's your choice that you could choose where you want to take the product for.
The system evaluates you, depends on your salary. Because we won't give you a big installment and your salary is small, so the system will evaluate you, so you have the option to pick a payment plan.
Yeah. I was at Central Bank. This might be it's just slightly off, but it comes to the same thing like Central Bank. I was at the Central Bank press conference yesterday, and they are getting ready to introduce what is called credit rating for the whole country, like across the country. And you guys have been years ahead of them, you know, like decades, I could almost say, decades ahead of them, because the way how the banks work is you have to carry collateral, you have to carry so much, you know, asset, then lockdown and those types of stuff. And then you guys came and you have this system here, you know, where you just go in, you bring in, you know, the required documents, and you're walking out with assets, you're walking out with tangible products that you can use either at home for your life, or you can use it for business, those of you who are entrepreneurs. And so essentially, you guys are literally 20 years at least ahead of what is coming. And they just announced it yesterday, and they tell me I take another year for coming in.
3 documents only.
Look at that.
3 documents,
you know, and then they get
yeah.
a credit score, and I know that is what determines, as you said, you know,
Spending limit.
what they could buy, the spending limit, how often they pay. So you see, guys, here you have a company that is literally 20 years ahead of the economic situation, giving all of us an opportunity to have good quality products at very affordable prices. So you have the TVs, you have the stoves, you have the refrigerators, the mattresses, the entire bedroom sets. You know, all of these things are available for you on this system that they're literally now just trying to duplicate in other areas.
And guys, if you want music for the Christmas, we have certain models of speakers that are on 50% off. 50% off. Nice speakers, honestly. And then we also have some soundbar where they're $100 off, dining set where they're 25% off, save 50% on mattresses, and also we have AKT motorcycles just in case you want to drive up a nice motorcycle. Yeah,
and the AKTs that you have, Same process to get
Applies.
the account and
Correct.
same.
Right. The same procedure
Wow.
applies. You come in, bring in your required documents, and we do the process, and then we insure you too, right? So as I've mentioned prior before, we protect our customers and value that to our top tier, best of our benefit. So we go through our comprehensive insurance policy, right? We won't just have you walk out and go into danger. We protect you, so in the event of any incidents, the comprehensive insurance cover the cycle and you, right? Because there's a lot of fatality out there, and then we also provide your safety road jackets. And what a lot of people, if you are too sure, we provide the first and third servicing free, right? We have different service stations here throughout the country of Belize. And these promotions I do want to mention as well. If you are not in Belmopan, you can locate us in our various other Tropigas branch, right? We have in Belize City, up north as well in Curacao, Orange Walk, and as well in Santa Elena, Cayo, right? So you guys, if you're out there, you feel free to come and stop in our stores and enjoy the incredible promotions we have coming this Friday and Saturday, right?
Very good.
Guys, one last thing. If you come in and you open an account, after 6 months, we give you the opportunity for even get a cash loan. Once you build a history with us, 6 months and up, you qualify for a cash loan.
Yes. You see? Yeah. So that's a quicker turnaround time for accessing, and then you are with a formidable company. You're not with a fly-by-night company. You're with a formidable company. All the rules are right there, plain for people to see. So nothing hidden or anything like that.
Easy and affordable.
Yes,
right? Like
absolutely. Yeah. Awesome. Well, this is the weekend of the 40% and 20%. So it's not Black Friday. These guys are changing the color. All right. Well, thank you guys. We're ready for that call. All right, let's take that call. Carla, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I just want to know what TV they have for sale right now.
What? Repeat that. Repeat your question. Repeat. We lost the call. Anyway, some closing comments.
So I just want to encourage everybody to take advantage of these 2 days, guys. This is countrywide to all Tropigas stores located, like Davin mentioned. It's in Santa Elena, Belize City, and Orange Walk, and of course Belmopan, right? 2-day sales, 40% credit, 20% cash. This is store-wide, guys. So take advantage of these promotions, 2 days only.
Right. Carla, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just joined the show, right? All the people were self-employed. You will explain more that?
All right. So we're going to give you that information again right now for self-employed. Thank you for your call. So,
welcome.
Yeah. So yeah, you mentioned it, but let's hear it again, because like this is such an important group of people that they don't have a pay slip, per se, but they want to be able to participate.
It all depends on the nature of the business that you have, right? But if it's your business is registered, we ask for a copy of the certificate where you register your business. And we also ask for the same utility bill and then your social security. That's it. We give you an interview. We interview you, and then depending on all your experiences and the nature of the business that you have, we will determine your spending limit that you have. So it's way more easier, because all you have to bring is not much document than before that we used to. It's the process is easier now than rather than we had before. But now all we ask, if you don't have your trade license, we ask also bank statements, and then also if you don't have that access as well, we could also ask for receipts where you buy your products, all your investments that you do, or what you sell, if you're providing receipts, all those stuff that we ask, and then we evaluate and we determine your monthly installments, right? It's very, very easy. So take advantage of that as well.
Very good. And my heart is always on entrepreneurs, so the self-employed. Yes. We always try to ask that question and make sure that you get the answer, because I do believe, I started in my bedroom, just a little corner of the bedroom, like a closet, and then here we are. So We truly believe in the potential of Belizeans, and now you have a place where you can go and get the kind of equipment that you need to jumpstart yourself and pay as you go along. Exactly. That's what Tropigas offers, not just for the home, but for the small person with a great idea that wants to go out there. So thank you guys for dropping in. And this weekend is not black, it is orange. Yes. All right. Thank you guys very much for joining us. All right. We'll be right back. Pastor Scott Stern will be joining me when we return.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like.
Whether you earn it, spend it, or transfer it, B-Bucks makes it fast, easy, and convenient. B-Bucks, rewarding loyalty.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connections. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Through this program, it empowers young girls like me to focus on their studies without having to worry about the cost of an education.
Education to me is very important because it empowers us as women to excel in further studies, and it gives us a chance to be something in life.
I think that it is history in the making, to be honest, because through this program we see a huge milestone being met in education, especially as it relates to marginalized communities. And we are offering our students not only the benefit of having an education, but of having an education free of some obstructions. We can't take it all away. However, it is free from hunger. It is free from, worrying about your economic status.
I know that my studies are taken care of, and since we don't know what the future holds, I know that if I have a family emergency, my studies are secure, are safe, and they won't be affected.
With the program, we see that students are grateful and we see that students are eager to be in the classroom. And whether that is guessing what lunch they will get today or what's on the menu today or what's on the menu tomorrow, it gives them something to look forward to, and it gives them that extra motivation to get here, get to school, get into the classroom, and to have their name on that list so that they can get their food.
Before, I used to use more than $10 a day to come to school, and now I only use $5, and even though it's a little, it looks like I don't use anymore, but it makes a big difference.
I had a student in my office who had thought of dropping out of school just a few days ago, and I spoke with her and she said, "Miss, I'm really thankful for this program because this has kept me here at the high school," and she believes that she has the potential, and I know she has the potential to continue studying, and so she's hopeful that this program will continue up until she graduates from high school.
I want to thank God for everything. I want to thank the teachers and the government for pushing this program. I feel very blessed right now. I'm getting free education, I'm getting free lunch. Now my parents can save up to furthermore my studies. I want to go to sixth form. I want to achieve more, and I feel like a lot of children needed this, and they are really benefiting from this.
Attention Digi customers! Being a Digi customer is now even more rewarding with our new DigiPoints Loyalty and Rewards app. Digi customers countrywide can now earn Digi loyalty points and redeem points for awesome prizes like Digi merch, Digi cash, Digi services, vouchers, coupons, and more. Use your points to play fun games and win even more amazing prizes. You can be one of our daily winners. Excited? You should be. Download and register for DigiPoints and begin to earn points and win today. Available in your favorite app store.
Welcome to the William David Fonseca Parking Facility, a modern, smart, and safe parking solution in downtown Belize City. Getting started is easy. Whether you have a prepaid parking card or prefer using coins, we've got you covered. To purchase a prepaid parking card, stop by the parking facility booth, City Hall, the traffic department, the e-transit office, or the municipal court. Once you have your card, simply tap at the entrance and the barrier will lift. You're in. Park with confidence and enjoy your day. When you're ready to leave, tap your card at the exit and the system automatically calculates and charges your stay. It's that easy. Just tap and go. No prepaid card? No problem. Press the button at the entrance for a QR code ticket. When you return, head to the automated payment terminal, scan your ticket, choose coin as your payment option, and insert the displayed amount. After payment, you'll receive a receipt and any necessary change. Then, drive to the exit, scan your QR code, and you're on your way. Experience the future of parking today at the William David Fonseca Parking Facility. Stay tuned for more updates and get ready for a smarter way to park. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Oh, I wasn't having a bad day. I just needed...
It's here! The biggest sale of the year. Get ready to find your happy place at Builders Hardware with our happy sale from October 15th to December 31st. Whether you're a professional contractor or a DIY enthusiast sprucing up your home, we got unbeatable prices that will put a big smile on your face. Now is the perfect time to give your wall a fresh look. Get 20% off paint and a whopping 25% off paint supplies. But wait, there's more. From our stylish light fixtures to fans and AC, we got everything you need to elevate your space. Now at 25% off. And for the finishing touch, check out our wide selection of tiles, where you will surely find the tile to match your style, all at 25% off. Plus, with 30 40 to 50% off selected items, you will find what you need at a price that will surely make your pocket smile. We also sell sand and gravel, blocks, roofing, and so much more. Yes, you can get all your materials from construction start to finish right here at Builders Hardware. Don't miss out on our happy deals. Tell your friends, tell your family. Come visit us, save big with our happy sale from October 15th to December 31st. Builders Hardware in Belmopan. This is your happy place.
We think our customers are awesome!
Pletz Electronics on Route 40 in Spanish Lookout have just what you've been looking for, and at great prices too. At Pletz Electronics, we stock flat screen TVs, home theater system, portable hard drives, unique electronic gifts, laptops, computer parts and accessories, digital cameras, an assortment of jewelry, and much more. Yes, at Pletz Electronics, we do have the latest models in cell phones and accessories. We can activate and program for you. We are a digital and smart agent. Come on in or give us a call at 823-0398. That's Pletz Electronics in Spanish Lookout.
Whether you earn it, spend it, or transfer it, B-Box makes it fast, easy, and convenient. B-Box, rewarding loyalty.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connections. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know, nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize, be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna, Mestizo and Maya, living in peace. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Land of the coconut tree, I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna, Mestizo and Maya, living in peace. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna, Mestizo and Maya, living in peace. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know.
Thursday morning, it is the 28th of November. We are in our second segment, our main segment, and we want you to continue to remain tuned in to us here, whether it is live on television or by our PlusTV Belize app or our Facebook and YouTube channels. So make sure that you share and you subscribe so that you can get those notifications that tell you we are on. I believe, God willing, I intend to be here working more at PlusTV in 2025. I've had to be away for numerous reasons, but it's time to be back and to put more focus here. And I think the time's call for it. With me, of course, it's Thursday morning. Pastor Scott Sturm is here. Scott, good morning.
Happy to be
and
with
I know
you.
You've been here from 7-ish, but...
yeah, no, that's fine. I decided to let you go through with Tropigas, and so I'm enjoying my long sleeve shirt. I don't get to wear long sleeve shirts very much in Belize, you too, and I'm so enjoying the cool weather. Yeah. And so anyways, we're happy to be together with you. Thank you everybody for tuning in, not only while the show is live, and but also in following following up on the rebroadcast,
Yes.
and which is extremely important. And Louis, we've been talking about the Equal Opportunities Bill. We did a special show on Monday, and so you can go back and find the live stream. It's on Facebook, it's on the YouTube page, and that was Monday. What was the date on that, Louis?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let me see. Monday the 25th.
That's a hard question.
Monday, that's right. Everything behind it yesterday is kind of a blur, right? Monday, November 25th, we did a full show, and we got to page 23, Louis, out of 97 pages in the Equal Opportunity
And
Bill.
we were already finding issues of definition, as well as issues relating to feelings and perception. Feelings.
Yeah. Well, having a little bit more time to go through and updating it, Louis, all I can say is it's worse than where we were on Monday.
Yeah.
And
I'm calling it the zombie bill because it's a dead bill that's trying to come back alive, Scott.
Well, I think that's appropriate description, Louis. But what I'm very aware of, Louis, is why we implemented Kill the Bill last time, because we tried our hardest to resurrect, to try to redeem, to try. Okay, could any of these parts be changed enough? And Louis, I'm the best analogy. I've been having some vehicle issues that we have to deal with, so I'm thinking vehicle analogies. But it's like trying to turn a 4-cylinder engine into an 8-cylinder engine. You're trying to add, like trying to revamp this thing. You're talking about going back to the drawing board. That's why we did the Kill the Bill movement last time. It's unredeemable in that sense. And so for the good things, Louis, I want to make sure that we get this crystal clear. For the good things that are in the Equal Opportunity Bill, the things that we agree with, right? Equal pay for equal work, and making sure that, women or anybody of domestic violence, sometimes it's men as well, right? But victims of domestic violence that have chaos in their life that could affect maybe some of those work things, that we're making sure we're taking compassionate approaches to make sure people are cared for, people with disabilities, all of those different things.
Yeah.
But this is my short summary analysis on this, Louis. As I'm going through the Equal Opportunity Bill, it's clearly obvious that they're talking about something very specific. This point that they've put together, I tell my wife, it's clearly obvious where this point is going. But then they've tried to cover 21 different protected characteristics, everything from age and breastfeeding over to, who you want to sleep with or who you think you are or whatever. And because it's so wide, Louis, it's like the gate is 2 miles wide and you can't even see the other fence post. You understand? That's my sense. Is that I read the different points of the bill, and I know where they're wanting to go with this. But then somebody from one of those other protected characteristics could utilize this point in a way that it's not intended to be used, or maybe it is intended to be used like that. We don't know.
Yeah.
And this is legislation, Louis. And I've talked with some of the senior council attorneys that have vetted what we're producing, and they're saying, yes, this is legislation. It must be crystal clear. You can't have it random and bouncing around all over the place.
Yeah. So because it's written with malintent for a specific group of people who do not agree with their ideology, and for business people, like, when you are looking for people to employ, you are looking for those who can do the job. That's called meritocracy. People who can do the job, or who is willing to learn, and then you're looking at their attitudes. Those are the things you're looking at. You're not looking at male, female, color of skin and all those types of stuff. You want to know the person, can the person do the job, and can the person help to make your business successful? And this will turn your business upside down with a group of people with different values from you, looking over your shoulder to ensure that their values not your values for your company being realized. No, you have a bad employee and you want to get rid of them. You already know that they like to go to labor and make complaints about you. And you know a lot of those complaints are not true. They not like me. It's the first thing what Belizean like say when you terminate there, say they not like me. Now imagine a law that takes the they not like me statement and gives them 21 reasons for them to choose about why they are saying you not like them. And so it's going to move documenting
feels like, or
yes.
the perception of the person, right?
Yes.
Seriously?
And then creating a new bureaucracy separate from the labor department that you have to deal with. This new bureaucracy called the commission, and having to now deal with them with the possibility of going to court where that employee doesn't have to prove, and this is what we want to talk about this morning. It's not the employee that drags you to court that have to prove that what they claim is right. My understanding is that you have to claim that you didn't do it, and so
you are guilty until proven innocent.
No.
Yes. And so, Louis, it's the whole bill is full of stuff like this, right? And that's where I just shake my head as I'm going through. But we have to do an analysis. We have to process these things, and then again, not everything, but we have gotten some of our main points. I would say some of the worst. Have been vetted by senior counsel attorneys that are saying, yep, you guys are exactly spot on. And so I'm confident. And what we're trying to do, we're bringing this, we're putting it on the screen to bring it to the people of Belize to help you to see. I would have to say this, Louis, don't watch all of the ads that they have been pumping, have spent hundreds of thousands of your dollars to try to sell a pipe dream, which is not as it is. It's not as it's being portrayed.
Right.
And so I'm trying to be careful with my words in this, but I'm saying this as we're going through this, that, like Louis, some of the things have been changed, and we have to give respect. One of the biggies in 2020 was you're not allowed legal representation. Okay, so we went and checked on that point. That point has been taken out. The word attorney or legal representation only appears one time in the Equal Opportunity Bill, which says when you're summoned before the court or before the commission, you must present yourself or the attorney that's representing. That's the only mention of attorney. So I assume that means that you can have somebody that can, be able to defend. But it's not a positive, proactive point to hold things in check. Any person who is accused or whatever is allowed legal representation, by a legal practitioner. It doesn't say anything about that. Yeah. And so all it says is that an attorney can appear for you, in the commission. So. Anyways, we're very concerned, and I think the main thing we're wanting to get across is that what they're selling the vision through these hundreds of thousands of dollars of ads campaign of our taxpayer money. They're selling a system that's going to come back around and bite you. And again, I say that in the context that we believe in the proper areas of anti-discrimination, making sure that people are cared for and protected, disabled people, all of those things. Those are extremely important to us. We want to make sure we frame that properly.
Yeah, right to housing,
but this is not that.
Right to education, right to health. These are all the fundamental rights.
And so I prefer the Constitution, right. Louis.
That's right.
And so like I mentioned, on Monday, every entity in the country of Belize must have an equal opportunities policy, and the commission wants to see it, right? Every entity. That means they're coming after everybody. And so I would want to send them a copy of the Constitution. This is our equal opportunity, policy. That's the Constitution of Belize.
And what I find interesting is that the very same players that want to push the Equal Opportunity Bill are already sitting around the People's Constitution Commission table where the Constitution is being reviewed. Yet simultaneously with that, they want to push the the Equal Opportunity Bill. No bills like these should be even looked at the present moment while your constitution is under review, because the right thing to do is to channel those questions, comments, issues through the commission so that they can be dealt with at a constitutional level.
Yeah.
So you can see the problem that you're having, because here you are discussing it at one issue. I won't say if it's up or down or where it's going, but simultaneously you have another bill that you want to pass with many current constitutional issues, much less future if you're going to have a change in the constitution.
So Louis, I sent you some slides.
We've sent them over to the engineer already.
And then I also sent you the PDF document.
So can we start with the, which one do you
Well, let's start with the slides. I want to make sure we hit, because these are some of the biggies. They were red flags in 2020, Louis, and like I said, we were shocked to see these things are still in the Equal Opportunity Bill. I can't believe this. And
so the first one, let's do Equal Opportunity Bill, Commission, guilty until proven innocent. Let's start with guilty until proven innocent.
Okay, Equal Opportunity Bill, point number 25. It says, if the complainant makes out a prima facie case of discrimination, the respondent, so that's the person who's being accused, shall prove on the facts before the tribunal that the discrimination did not take place as alleged, or B, the respondent shall prove that the conduct is not based on one or more of the protected characteristics. So like what you just mentioned with labor, the burden is on the accuser to prove that there was some kind of violation, but not with Equal Opportunity Bill. It flips it around. The burden is on the person who is being accused to be able to prove that no, this is not what happened. And so Louis, this is like opening the floodgates for all kind of flippant accusations, and then the people that are being accused have the burden of having to go through all of the documentation, everything, and somebody could just say anything about anything. Well, they did this, and then if that is accepted, then the responsibility is on the accused to have to prove their innocence.
So it uses the word prima facie. Prima means first, and facie means first face, or at first glance. That's what you get. If a complaint makes a first glance case of discrimination, so they come to the commission or wherever, the tribunal, and just say this person said this or did this, whatever. You imagine you are in a place where there is no recording, no video camera, no anything, and the person says that you told them.
You discriminated against them. You said something that they perceived as discrimination. They felt like they were discriminated.
And they go. No, it's not up to them to prove that you said it and discriminated against them.
It's up to you to prove that you didn't.
To prove that you did not say it and did not discriminate against them. And then based upon Monday what we said, that if you say, well, I said it, but I didn't mean to discriminate, that holds no water, because it's not a matter of whether it's not a matter of intent. Everything is on that accuser and against you who are being accused.
That's right.
And this fundamentally in law is not, this is not the way a modern civilization, a Western civilization.
Well, even natural law, it doesn't take place like that, right? And so the responsibility is on the accuser to prove. And so anyways, we find this to be shocking. Like I said, I'm surprised that this is still in there. And so let's go to the next slide.
Next slide is going to be on financing.
And Louis, I just want to mention this for our viewers, that on Monday we went through the point about discrimination can be direct or indirect, knowing or unknowing, intentional or unintentional, or whatever. We went through that point. It states it perfectly clear in the Equal Opportunity Bill that that's what's taking place.
And again, that again is grounds to throw away the entire equal opportunity bill if they don't change that, right? Yeah. Because discrimination is not a tangible situation, much less for you to attach to it huge fines, including jail time. So you're talking about criminalizing discrimination, and the fact of the matter is that everybody discriminates at some point in time, at some level, because you have your personal value system. Everybody has a personal value system. There are things that you like, you don't like. There are things that you teach your children to do and not to do, and all of these things. So it is a clash of value where a group of people that are writing this law have a value system that they want to introduce that is contrary to the prevailing value system within the country, and so they need legislation. It is like they believe that you should drive. We're going to use driving as an example. That they believe that you should drive between 40 and 60, and that's the law that they set, 40 and 60. And so they will come now and they will make all the laws and start to set the penalty to driving between 40 and 60. If you drive above 60, this is what's going to happen to you. If you drive below 60, this is what's going to happen to you. Now, the thing about that is that at least you have a speedometer on your vehicle and the signs are up. So that is something tangible, because you can watch a sign and it says between 40 and 60, and you can watch your vehicle and you can see whether you are above or below 40 or 60. And yet, that is not a criminal offense per se. You will get a fine, you will get whatever it is. Now, if you don't pay that fine, it's another matter. But that is something tangible and objective. It is objective because your speedometer is there and the signs are there. In this particular case, you're talking about conscience. It is conscience. There is no meter on conscience. We're talking about morality. And everybody has a morality. But these people who will sit on that commission have a specific morality that they want to place upon the people of Belize. So I am speaking about the legislation from a philosophical point of view, why this DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, is being rejected now around the world, farther and farther, because in the United Kingdom, there is a huge lashback that is surging in Germany, in many parts of the world, and of course, primarily in the United States. Now, at this point, they want to bring it here. So this is why this funding point that this new slide is very important, because they want to go to those countries and those organizations and George Soros and these individuals that are pushing this new morality, and they want to get money from those places, Scott, to come and to bring that ideology here with that foreign money.
Yep, it's true, Louis. And what I want to encourage everybody is you need to realize, I mean, they're wanting to push this. I honestly don't believe, Louis, it's going to be able to happen, right? But I know that we are going to stand really strongly, and we're going to stand very factually, Louis. That's part of the reason why we're going through and we're digesting the bill all over again. 97 pages, Louis, of legalese. A good percentage of it is word salad. Right, and so anyways, I want to encourage everybody, let's put that slide back up again. The Equal Opportunity Bill, point number 110, the Commission can receive special interest funding. Okay, the funds of the Commission shall consist of A, such sums as may from time to time be appropriated by the National Assembly for the purpose of the Commission, and B, such sums as may in any manner become payable or vested in the Commission from any lawful source. So, in other words, how are we going to finance this Commission? Louis, I just saw this morning. The people on this Commission are not allowed to receive remuneration for any other work. In other words, they need to be full-time with the commission alone. And so, and who's gonna pay these people's bills, right? Like we're saying, no, we don't have money to expand or improve our judiciary, but then we're gonna get this money to build this whole new commission, and these people are all gonna be paid full time, you know, to be the ones that go in and do all the investigation. And Louis, I am not joking when I say every entity in the country of Belize, every organization, every church organization, every business, every company, every school, every institution, everything is going to have to present an equal opportunities policy to the commission, and then they're going to go through and vet. I mean, how many people is this going to take, Louis? And yet they're going to receive funding, you know, whatever sums of money may be payable to the commission from any lawful source.
And you know, in the United States, this is not the law. What happened in the United States is that you have companies like Blackstone, which are huge, very huge companies, and then you have the George Soros and so on that are pushing the LGBTQIA agenda. They come together and they create a list. They create a list and certain criteria. So it's from the private sector, and then they start to push it on companies. Like they push it on the companies to say, if you want to borrow money from us, if you want us to invest in you, and then you have to score so much points in DEI. You have to score the points, and then when you score the points, then you end up on the good list. You don't score the points, you end up on the bad list. And so these companies in the United States that need the money from these huge financial institutions.
And that's chump change for them.
Yes.
We're talking multi-trillion dollar companies, right? And when you put those companies together, that entity, you're talking about multi-trillion. Elon Musk, who is at the top of the list, is worth, I think, $320 billion, right? And he owns SpaceX, he owns Tesla, he owns, you know, the solar panel stuff that he's doing. He owns a bunch of different things, and he's only worth $320 billion. These corporations are multi-trillion dollars, Louis. When I say chump change, I'm talking about throwing 5 cents to somebody, right?
So that's how you see that Walmart, Toyota, all of Ford, these companies, Ford, John Deere, all of these huge companies, they wrote these documents and then bring in a department.
Yes, they hire people to head this up,
just to head that up,
and retool the whole company with DEI.
Right. So think about it this way: that the American voters rejected that whole thing, even though it was driven in part by private sector. Here in Belize, these guys are trying to do the same thing through public sector. Through public sector, they are taking my tax dollars, your tax dollars, our tax dollars, and are trying to force this new morality on us with our own tax dollars. Something that in the United States, as I said, you know, sexual orientation and gender identity are not in the American Constitution.
That's right.
You know that it's only 15%, and this is data that came from the source that is trying to push this agenda. The source that only 15% of constitutions worldwide have sexual orientation, and only 3% of constitutions worldwide have gender identity in it. In other words, this is a super liberal left-wing extreme that countries are not even putting it in their constitution. And here we are with people that are trying to use the system of government and the machinery of government to put a burden upon Belizean people and Belizean businesses that is not even in the United States, which has a transgender population. it has a bisexual population. Here in Belize, it is non-existent. And I'm going to say it categorically because they're trying to create, you cannot put 50 people in a room that are transgender in Belize. You can't do it, which is 0.001% of our population.
That's right. It's true, Louis. The companies that I listed, Louis, I thought you were going in a different direction with that point. The companies that I listed to you, you mentioned about Toyota. There was a, I'm not sure. I know when it was Twitter, when it was Twitter, they used to call it a tweet. I'm not sure what they call it now when it's X, right? A post or whatever. And so, but a post that Toyota has announced that they are no longer going with the DEI agenda. They're no longer supporting, you know, the LGBT pride parades and all this, because what was happening is they were being lobbied, and to the point of what I think it would be described, Louis, as extortion and manipulation. If you don't do this, you know, then this and that, and we're going to boycott and all these kind of things. Anyways, Toyota announced they're no longer going with this, right? Because it's like it changes the whole focus of your company. Toyota makes cars, but then they're throwing this other thing into the mix. But Ford went that direction, and Ford said, no, we're not doing this anymore. John Deere went that direction, and John Deere said, we're not doing this. Some of the airlines have done it, Louis, and they started having accidents. Their planes were crashing, and maybe not a crash where people died, but planes are crashing into each other, and it's because the pilots were not competent, because they're being hired on something other than the basis of merit. And the airline said, no, sorry, we stopped. We're going back to how we were before. We weren't having all these problems before. But just in the workplace, when you have people that are hell-bent on this social justice thing, and they've got a chip on their shoulder, and they find fault with everything in the company because they're an activist in your company. I was hired to balance this DEI thing, and it's like, hold on a second, you know, we're Chick-fil-A, we make chicken sandwiches, you know, and like, we don't care about who somebody's sleeping with or who they think they're, we make chicken sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? But when you start hiring people, this is why we're saying this is a huge thing, because when you start to depart away from merit, then you're looking for other criteria, and you start putting people in those positions that aren't capable of doing the job. And what happens is that the productivity and even the profitability of your company starts to go down, and you lose focus. We get these other things thrown in. So anyways,
just like what is happening with Jaguar, and I was going like Budweiser, but when Budweiser put the face of the transgender guy, Dylan something Maveli or Maveni, they lost $26 billion. $26 billion. But the word had not gotten out yet. So companies were still choosing the LGBTQIA, DEI issue, because like they were like, oh, those conservatives, but there's no poll like an election, Scott. There's no poll like an election. So like the companies are waking up to the realization that the country is not leaning left. And if it was, that it is now on the right, center, right.
And so in other words, they don't have to bend over backwards to accommodate to this.
That is right. Like, and this is where the masses are.
Exactly.
This is where the majority of people are, and that's why they're dropping DEI. Now, that's why I say I don't know what's happening in Belize, where the United Democratic Party, which are the ones who first ran with this DEI, came up against great opposition of the Belizean people. Why is it that elements of the current government, because I can't say the current government, that is a fact that we can't say the current government. At this present moment, we can only say elements within the current government actually feel that they can resurrect this zombie bill, and that they can bring it and try to enforce it upon the Belizean people at this time. Like the lessons learned, do they feel that they are more powerful? I ask myself, are they more powerful? Do they feel they are more influential? What is it? Is it more money? What is it that makes this small group of people believe that they can try it again? And with most of the problems not fixed, because you're showing us these are huge issues, because no court, no system that is trying to determine who is right and who is wrong should be taking money from any source, because who pays the piper calls the tune. And we know for a fact, because this whole homosexuality thing now originates in Belize. One thing you can be sure of, that nobody in Belize defined the word gender identity. It is an imported ideology, and the funding for it is imported. So to actually write a law that says we will receive funding from any lawful source, it again speaks to the mentality of those who are trying to bring this bill to you.
It's true, Louis. Can we go ahead and go to the next slide,
Yes,
Louis?
let's put up that third slide.
We have a structural problem within the Equal Opportunity Bill, Louis, that is actually unconstitutional. And so this is on page 83 of the Equal Opportunity Bill. The tribunal decision can be appealed to the Court of Appeal, who cannot rule on the merits of the case or the charge or the complaint. They can only order a retrial at the tribunal. Okay, and so we weren't able to hit this one so hard. You mentioned it some on Monday, Louis, but I wanted to make sure we're seeing this thing clearly. And so I submitted this to some senior counsel attorneys, and as well as some others, and they said you are exactly spot on. So I feel the freedom for us to be able to say this. Let's go ahead and read this. Point 108, 1, any party to a matter before the tribunal is entitled as a right to appeal to the Court of Appeal. Okay, let's press pause there. Louis, if you're in a magistrate's court, which is where most stuff takes place, right, and you feel like it was a wrong decision or you feel unjustly treated, who do you appeal to? You go to the high court, you go to the Supreme Court, right? And then if you feel like that decision wasn't correct and you feel unjustly treated, who do you appeal to? You go to the Court of Appeal. And if you feel like that decision, and each one of these courts can rule on the actual merits, the details of the case. And then if you feel like the Court of Appeals didn't get it right, you can go to where? To the CCJ. And so this tribunal, Louis, is starting off by portraying itself to be right on par with the Supreme Court, because if you disagree with the decision of the tribunal, you appeal straight to the Court of Appeals. Yeah. Like, you don't go to the High Court, you go straight to the Court of Appeals. But the Court of Appeals can't look at your case. All they can do is send it back to the tribunal, the same tribunal that wronged you, or that you feel, you're aggrieved by this decision, the same tribunal that wronged you, and that's all that the Court of Appeal can do, Louis. Yeah. And so you use the words that you've been clipped off, you've been blocked, you've been cut off from being able to go to the highest court in our region, the highest court that Belize is submitted to. And so, Louis, this is scary. So submitted this to senior counsel attorneys. They said, Pastor Scott, you are exactly spot on. This is total craziness, and this is unconstitutional. Yeah. How can the Equal Opportunity Bill, Louis, dictate to the Court of Appeals what they can and cannot do?
Yeah. And could you please put the slide up again? You can see the page. It's page 83. You can see the number of the law, which is 108, and you can see the parts. And this law, if those people were really interested in justice, would have simply said, any party to a matter before the tribunal is entitled as a right to appeal to, and it should have said
the High Court.
The High Court. Full stop. Nothing else. There should not be a point 2 to A to B. There should not be that. So this again shows you why the entire bill should be thrown away, because it shows intent. The intention of the Equal Opportunity Bill is to ensure that you do not get justice, that you do not get listened to by impartial judges. The Equal Opportunity Bill sets itself up as a sort of constitution rather than ordinary law, because it seeks to dictate to the Court of Appeal, not even to the High Court. It seeks to dictate to the Court of Appeal what the court can and cannot do. Now, any lawyer worth a grain of salt can tell you it's impossible. First of all, it is impossible to do what this law is asking. Okay? It's immediately unconstitutional. Just to say, I'm not even a liar and I know that. So then we ask, which lawyer wrote this? Which lawyers wrote this? Which Belizean lawyer write this? Because if you take 1 week of classes,
yes, doesn't take
1 week of classes in a law or in a social studies, you understand Belize have 4 layers of the justice system. You have the lower courts, which are of course your magistrate court, your family court, etc. And then a branch of government, which is the judiciary, is your high court, your court of appeal, and the CCJ. Any liar worth 1 grain of salt could tell you,
this can't
work. That can't work. That's unconstitutional. Yet, it was in the bill 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 2020, and it's still in the bill. And then a lawyer by the name of Baleramos Garcia stands up in Parliament and said that she supports this bill, a bill that seeks to lock the hand of the judiciary. So it's like, man, it really has me puzzled, Billy. It's like, do they take us for fools or are they fools? Like, what is it? Because how will you put something like this in ordinary law? How will you put something like this in ordinary law? And then, to add insult to injury, they will say you will accept money so that this thing can work. So I will say definitively that any law that seeks to bind the judiciary, cannot be a good law. It is a law that is dictatorial in its very nature. And that is why I feel free. I could go find any media house, Scott, and I could show them this. You could go anywhere. So people like to say we're stupid, we're foolish, we're this, we're racist, we're all kind of thing. But you know what? The facts are in our hand.
It's true, Louis.
The facts are in our hand.
And then why is this slanted like this? And how could they not catch this? After 2 times of bringing this is the second time of bringing it to the people. Okay, this is the draft. They changed some things, Louis. They changed some stuff. Do you remember this? The last one said that if anything in this act conflicts with any other law in the nation, this act shall prevail. That's what it said. And somebody said, excuse me, you forgot about the Constitution, right? And so anyways, they added a little clause, accepting the Constitution. They still got that same thing in accepting the Constitution. Yeah. So they adjusted that. They adjusted the thing about the attorney. Yeah. But Louis, I cannot believe that they didn't adjust this.
Yeah, but Scott, there is the law, and then there's the spirit of the law.
Yes.
Right? The spirit of the law in legal terms, well, in regards to spirit of the law, we think of an actual spirit, either Holy Spirit or evil spirit. First of all, so that's from the religious point of view. In the legal point of view, they seek to see the intent, the white paper, the original, all of the notes that were amassed together in the conversation that created the legislation. So the spirit of the law these types of things determine the spirit of the law. So even the fact that they took it out does not change the spirit of the law. It doesn't change it, because you try pull out backbone. You're trying to pull out backbone out of the skeleton, and you still want to stand, but you realize why this piece still have to today, this piece still have to today. So that is really, it speaks to the spirit of the law, why we said kill the bill, and why this bill needs to remain dead.
That's
DOA, dead on arrival.
That's right. And so we're bringing this to the people of Belize, Lewis. These are three of the biggies, right? Where our time is short. What time do we need to wrap up?
Yeah,
here?
we got 10 more minutes.
We got 10 minutes. Okay.
I don't know how much time you have, but
well, I mean, I'm
yes.
today's
But these are key. You're hitting main points this morning.
These are the biggies, Lewis.
Yeah.
And as I'm going through, I mean, I find tons of little ones, right? But these are the biggies, and so I wanted to start with these to make sure we get this, and we want the people of Belize to see. And again, we vetted this to senior council attorneys, Lewis, and they've said you're exactly spot on. This thing is craziness. And so, anyways, do we want to go ahead and go to the review? All right, let's go ahead and go to the review. I sent that to you. You probably need to forward that.
I forwarded.
Right,
that
good.
was the last one that I sent.
All right. So what we finished with last time was on page 23, Lewis, and so we can scroll up. All right. This thing, Lewis, this thing's 97 pages long, right? All right, we talked about, on page 23, we talked about business partner discrimination on Monday. So any of these other points that we've already covered, please go check the video.
What page are we on your document?
On the document, let me see. I am on, it's page 4. Okay. And then to the left it says page 23, business partner. And so, all right, see page 23 there?
Good, let's do that.
All right, let's go ahead and start there. Right where it says business partner discrimination. There we go. All right, go ahead and take that up to the top. The next one, qualifying bodies. Let's start with that. A person that's empowered to confer, renew, extend, revoke, or withdraw any authorization or qualification that's needed for, or facilitates the practice of a profession, the carrying on of a trade, or the engaging of an occupation shall not discriminate against other persons by refusing or failing to confer, renew, or extend authorization or qualification. Right? And so these qualifying bodies, and so what I put here as a comment is, as with all of these forbidding of discrimination, the protected characteristics with 21 different characteristics, as you were talking, Lewis, it's like, okay, we want to use this, this is going to dictate to the Social Security mechanism. It's also going to dictate to the Ministry of Health. It's also going to dictate to telecommunications. Like the characteristics or the categories are so wide and so broad. When you try and make it fit one, then if you read the wording, Lewis, with different eyes, you see somebody else could use that and exploit that for a different purpose. And like I said, whether that's an oversight or whether that's the intent, we don't know. But it raises huge questions, right? So that anyone can claim discrimination for their lack of renewal or extension for anything. And so, and then who's gonna define the specifics on this? Well, it's gonna go to the commission. And who is the commission? Who's going to appoint them? And what is their philosophical orientation? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I said one of the things why I early in the show you said that one of the things that we believe in is equal pay for gender, and I do believe in that, as you do, but I think it's a lie. And here's my point. The largest employer in the country is the government of Belize. So if there is any kind of pay disparity between male and female in the country of Belize as a large statistic,
The government's leading the way.
The government leading the way. Number one, right? No, number one. Like, the problem is government. No. You want to know who are the number two employers? They are quasi-government organization. BEL, BTL, BWS. That's the second layer of largest employees, right? Then after that, you have your banking sector and the tourism sector. Scott, those people are based on merit. Merit right across the board. They have no time to mess around with male and female gender and who we will pay more and who we will pay less. Why? Because the actual success of their companies is based upon getting the best person for the job, and then to keep that person. You have to keep that person, and to keep that person, you have to make sure that you pay them well. You know? So even in a company like ours, in a company like PlusTV, you are looking for the best possible person that you can get to fill that post with the best possible pay that you can pay them. You don't have any time for this kind of stupid stuff. So I can categorically say that that we're not betting, but name those companies in Belize that are treating men better than women that are paying. Name, come bring their examples to the public to say, here is why we need this law. Because the truth of the matter is, the government has a pay scale, and that pay scale, Scott, has nothing with gender in it, and government is by far the biggest employer because it also includes all of the 50,000 teachers, I think, thousands of teachers, maybe not 50, but the tens of thousands of public servants, tens of thousands of teachers, etc. The police department, the BDF, the largest employers by far are government. So all they need to do is an internal policy if then they do foolishness. You see? So it is the same thing with this example that you are giving right now. Because the things that you need to get and the things that you need to do are Social Security, DFC, utilities, hospitals, the lands department, and all of these things. And all of them are dictated and controlled by the government. So here you are now, because you want to really protect the LGBTQIA alphabet soup people, then you have to add, okay, breastfeeding, religious belief. Then the list gets longer and longer, because I don't know how obesity not today, I don't know how diabetes not today, but I'm saying, who are the ones who select these 21 categories? It just becomes one huge, big, unmanageable thing now, because you have this big ball of criteria, and then you have these laws that you have to pass for LGBT, and you can't just pass them for LGBT, so you have this big ball of fluff. And like I said, if that person not give you that land paper, that because that you don't like me, and now it will become that because I'm black, that because of this, that because I'm poor, that because I'm the breastfeed, you now give legitimacy and a legal strength to people's imaginary perception of why they did not get the job, the vacancy,
the renewal,
right.
Yeah.
You just name it.
Yeah.
That is what is happening here.
So, Louis, again, we have a short time.
Yeah, I think we did a conclusion. You got one more?
I got one more. We have to talk because, again, to put this into context, Louis, we are on page 29 of 97 pages. Okay. We're only at section 19. The other one we were looking at was 120. We're only at section 19. All right. Let's go ahead and put the document back up. Premises and discrimination. Okay. A person shall not, in transactions relating to premises, discriminate against another person. This is one of the things I was talking about. Okay, I know where this is going. I know what they're trying to do, right? By refusing the other person's application for premises. B, in the terms or conditions on which the premises is offered to the other person, right? And then it lists a couple other points, right? But my commentary here is, what about a wild and crazy group that's wanting to rent someone's facility, or an emo group, or others who don't feel comfortable with that? Private family-run businesses or even companies with values not wanting to rent to a certain group. And this takes us right back to the cake baker thing of what happened in the United States. Louis, did you know, here we are at 2024, that was way back when we were fighting the gender policy issue. This stuff was going on. That just got resolved in the United States. Those cake bakers spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on legal fees for this thing to appeal all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. And they won. That was just resolved this year, Louis, earlier this year. Like years tied up in this legal thing.
In my opinion, they only won because the court is now right-leaning, thanks to what Donald Trump did between 2016 and 2020.
That's right. That's right.
In changing out some of those Supreme Court. That's real. Otherwise, it would have gone the other way. You know. So businesses in Belize, if this passed, get ready for some huge legal, because we are going to become a society of litigation, a litigious society, something that I do not want. It's something that, and it's one of the reasons why I'm fighting against this thing, because I do not want a litigious society. America is a litigious society. They sue for anything and everything. That's right. And they go through these extreme battles that take them all the way years. A lot of money is spent on these types of stuff. Our economy is very small, it is very fragile, and the last thing you want is to empower a bunch of idiots to be able to use these kinds of legislation to frustrate businesses, right? So
I have one final thought, Louis. I want everybody to see this, okay? This is creating an entity out of nothing, right? By bringing regulation and more and more regulations. And when you have all these regulations, then you have to have regulators, right, to get out there and enforce that. And so then you have your fines, you have your penalties, and then you're trying to create this fear and this respect, or else, you know, this commission or whatever body, I'm talking in general, neutral, you know, ways, that everybody becomes afraid because this group can shut you down if you don't comply, right? And so, and it's creating something out of nothing in order to push a certain kind of value system. And I'm saying is that everything that I see from looking through this, Louis, the value system is not making sure that disabled people are protected. Part of it is that, but then the way that it's worded, Louis, it could be so exploited in other ways. And so again, last time when we went through this, attorneys, senior counsel attorneys were saying, I can't believe that they, like, this looks like it hasn't even been vetted. And we all agreed it's because it's coming off of a template.
Yeah, it's coming off.
And so then they scrapped, you know, a bunch of the points, and yet I can't believe that they weren't able to vet and see that you cannot dictate to the Court of Appeal with your equal opportunity bill as to what they can do and what they cannot do. Anyways, our time is up, Louis. Part of the reason why we're wanting to talk about this is because the people of Belize need to see and know for yourself. That's why we're putting it on the screen. We want you to see it, because this is a really bad bill, Louis, extremely bad.
I hope one of these days that we can get not only Pastor Scott's term, but Father Scott.
Yes. Get the two Scotts.
Yeah, two Scotts. We need to have a double Scott attack on this bill, because Father Scott for the Roman Catholic Church too, as well as several other priests and they are studying this bill.
They're on top of it
for the same reason. I think it has to do it at the core of it has to do with the propagation of the gospel, and yes, it has to do with family, marriage, all of these things, and the upheaval of the Christian ethic and ethos, the Christian norms that we have in our country, and it's a rebellion to just uproot it and transplant it with relative nothingness, as opposed to the structure and the foundation upon which we build. But it also speaks, as I believe, our entire education system. It speaks to media and press, and it speaks to the ability for an individual to stand on the street corner, to pray, to say this is right, this is wrong, this is what the Bible says, this is what the Bible says that you ought to behave or not ought to behave. So the preaching and propagation of the gospel, I believe, it is the silencing of the truth and the values of the kingdom of God, and to allow the kingdom of Satan to have its way to dictate what can and cannot be said, which relates to what is practiced, which relates to the searing of the conscience, so that people can actually do sin and not even know that it is wrong. So at the core of it, there is the freedom of conscience, freedom of belief, freedom of expression, freedom of speech. These which are inalienable fundamental rights that these bills are aimed at. So thank you very much, Scott, for your work.
Louis, thank you. Thank you, Belize, for joining together with us. And so we're bringing this to you because you need to understand.
Amen. God bless you, Belize.
Thank you so much,
See you
Louis.
tomorrow. Always a pleasure. God bless you.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had